Well, hey everybody. I hope the wind is not getting in the mic too much. Today I'm going to show you how to clear your check engine light if it's your evaporative emission control code. I'm going to show you tips and tricks on how to maintain that seal around your gas cap and how to keep that engine light off as long as possible so that you don't have to take your car to the garage and get it looked at. It's an easy tip and an easy trick. So, if you look at one of the ways to maintain your gas stopper is to check the rubber seal going around the gas cap. If you see any breaks or cracks inside of this rubber, it's a sure symptom that you're not getting the right pressure between the gas tank and the stopper, and this in turn is going to trigger your engine light, which is going to give you problems. So another thing you can do is I just use some oil, and all I do is I just twist off the gas cap and I check to see the condition of the gas cap, and then I just take my finger and I just dip it in the oil, and all I do is just lubricate that seal, and that'll hold for a long time. That'll keep the seal fresh and lubricated so it doesn't dry out and doesn't crack, and that'll save that gas stopper for years if you do that every 3 or 4 months. Just take a little any kind of lubricant, Vaseline, anything that you have around at the time that you want to put on it, and that's another way to save the seal. And also another thing is, if you look down at where the gas stopper connects to, you're going to see that if there's any rust or dirt, anything around here, you're going to also see that that's going to cause a problem as you try to tighten your gas stopper. So that is another thing right there. So between what I usually use is between 80 grit and 120 grit sandpaper, and just sand off this area, and this will take care of that problem. So here are some of the error codes that could possibly be triggered by the gas cap. So the first one being at P0440, P0441, P0442, P0443, P0446, P0453, and P0455, and the last one P0456. So any one of these codes can trigger the engine light to come on in your dashboard. Most being the gas cap, meaning that the gas tank is losing pressure through the gasket seal within that gas stopper, and air is escaping outside. Some of these codes will also trigger for the for inside the fill tube, which I'll put a picture of right here for you. And there is also a gasket between the fill tube and the actual gas tank. Also, that would trigger one of these codes. But most of the time the engine light comes on inside your dashboard, it's related to one of these codes. You can simply purchase a code reader from any automotive shop for cheap, between $30 and $40. Some are $50, some are very expensive, hundreds of dollars. But you don't need you don't need to spend a lot of money on the actual scanner. Just buy a cheap little scanner that will be able to clear the code, and it's pretty straightforward. They all have the instructions that come inside of it. This way you don't have to take your car to the garage to spend a lot of money. Also, one more code that I didn't mention in the list is code P0457, and that stands for Evaporative Emission Control System Leak Detected. Fuel cap loose or off. Sometimes what can happen is as simple as going to a fuel station and putting gas in your car and forgetting to put your gas cap back on your fill spout. I mean, that can happen. It's happened to me a few times. But this is just one more code, P0457, that you can add to the list of codes which I showed you just prior to this. Any of these codes is going to trigger an engine light, and it's all emission control evaporative system related.